Somebody's eating hay. She's just a happy baby. She's a good baby. And she's potty trained. I potty trained her in one day. She does it in her little box. She's a genius, just like her mommy. Brilliant. I have to get a full scale to weigh her. I'm not sure how much she weighs. But I have two different types of hay for her. I have the farm hay that I bought from the breeder, and I also have the Oxford Orchard grass hay. And over there, you see she has her high 18% protein, high protein diet. Pellets, her pellets, they're 18%. You have to give rabbits a minimum of 16%, and she has the highest one, 18%. She has her water bottle up here, her little toys. This is actually a feeder. I have Cheerios in it, and she actually pushes this around to knock the Cheerios out and eat it. And she learned that within, like, as soon as I bought the toy, I put the Cheerios in and gave it to her. She knew exactly what to do. She's very, very, very smart. This is her little Heidi house that I built. Well, that my husband built for her. It's not really a build, but you just put two circles in it, two holes in it. It's a box that I bought from work. And she goes in there when she wants to feel safe, and she also goes in there when she's playing. I just walked up to the cage now. Today's her second day here, and she's actually, I think she's bonding with me quite nicely. When I open the cage, she comes to me, and when I call her, she comes to me. And again, she's only 8 weeks old, and today's her second day here. So when I tell you rabbits are extremely smart, they're extremely smart. So I know that I'll be able to train her with ease. Again, look, she's in her little box. She's using it. No problem. There's no, besides the little hay that she knocked out of her litter box, she's using the litter box. She's not using her bed area for now as a litter box. Her playpen, double playpen, will be coming on Wednesday, so she'll have a huge space to play with, play in. And when Bam Bam comes, he will easily fit in there because it can easily fit two Flemish giant rabbits. She usually goes back there to play hide and seek when she's playing around. A lot of times when I walk up to the pen now, again, she just walks up to me. She wants me to take her out. She wants me to pet her. She doesn't want to walk around on the floor. She just wants me to hold her if she's not in her. You see how she's coming there because at least she's not making me a liar. She comes up right. She walks right up to me. She's not afraid. I can put my hand to her. Let me show you, and I can pet her, and she doesn't flinch. She's so used to me. So she's bonded with mommy right about now. I was a little concerned about her when I got her because her ears was extremely warm, and I looked it up and they said if they have warm ears, that means they have a fever. So I'm just monitoring her for the next couple of days, make sure that she's fully adjusted to her new home, and making sure that she has everything that she needs. Once the playpen comes and I set up her area in her room, then I'll put another video to say, okay, this is her finished room. But right now she's in a temporary setup. You see how she just comes up to me? When I first got her, she was, she was afraid. Now she walks out of her cage with no problem. But she doesn't venture far. If it's not next to me, she, not yet anyway. She's not that comfortable yet to just like go off on her own. You see how she goes back in there and she like nibbles and kisses me on my knee and then goes back inside. So when we're getting attached to each other, and I'm glad because she's my comfort pet. Pebbles is my comfort pet, because the Huskies are outside. They have their own mansion outside, and they're not in the house per se. And, a lot of times because I'm so sickly, I'm not feeling well, and my husband can't be around all the time, and I'm home, and AJ is like in his games all the time. He's 14 years old, doesn't want to be bothered with mommy. So I bought Pebbles as my comfort pet, and I'm going to be getting Bam Bam in about 3 weeks. I saw him when I purchased Pebbles. He's dark gray. He's beautiful, but he has to be with his mom for 8 weeks before he can come to his new mommy, which is me. And then of course, when he gets here, I'm going to show you another video. I'm also going to take Pebbles with me when I get Bam Bam so that they can bond in the car. Usually when a rabbit goes into the car, you see she's doing binkies. That means she's happy. Usually when they go into the car, it's a little scary for them because they're scary by nature. They're scary creatures by nature. You see how she's like walking up and she's coming. Come on, sweetie. So at that moment, because they're so vulnerable, it'd be the best time for me to introduce Pebbles and Bam Bam so that they can become bonded. I'm not saying bonded to have sex or anything like that. That's not what I mean. So they can be friends and not fight each other, basically is what I'm saying. Because a lot of times when rabbits meet, oh, she's coming on, you see that? When rabbits meet, but then she's not going to go too far, they, it's a territorial thing and they start fighting. So at that vulnerable moment that they're taking the car ride, I'll put them in the same carrier and that way they can become friends. Of course, when Pebbles get about 5 weeks old, no, 5 months old, she's going to be like, she's going to be like mid-puberty and can get pregnant. So I cannot have her around Bam Bams at all. She's doing binky, she's happy. I can't have her around Bam Bam at all because bunnies, they don't go into heat, they don't have periods. The way that they get pregnant is that they have sex. So the sex, it, I guess, the words can't come right now. The act of sex, that causes the egg to release and then the female get pregnant. So anytime a rabbit has sex, they get pregnant, and they only stay pregnant for 30 days. That's why they multiply so fast. So if I were to have Pebbles and Bam Bam in the same enclosure, without separating them, after they reach that age, leave my shoes alone. After they leave that age of, where they can conceive and get pregnant, it's going to be issues if I'm not careful, and I'll have like a zoo of rabbits over here, and I'm not trying to do that. Of course, these are Flemish giant rabbits, and they grow very, very, very big. Right now, Pebbles is only 8 weeks, and she's the full size of a regular rabbit. And she's only 8 weeks old. If she was to stand, she's doing binkies. If she was to stand, she is so tall right now. And again, she's only 8 weeks. She's easily 1.5 to 2 foot already at 8 weeks old. So I'll keep you guys updated. This is Pebbles. Hi, Pebbles. You want to do some more binkies so you can show them? And of course, initially I bought this hay a hay rack for her, like a hay feeder for her, but she took it apart. She wants the hay down in her litter because they eat and shit at the same time. So she wanted right in her little box, and I have Pebbles in the hay feeder. So if she wants her Pebbles, she can have her Pebbles. She's doing great with her food, with the mixture of the barn hay and the Oxford Orchard grass hay. She loved the grass hay. When I opened that bag, she went crazy, and she's like sticking her whole head in it when she's eating. So she loves the smell of it. She's a rabbit, so I guess it smells great. I'm not sure. I'm not a rabbit. And she jumped up on this box earlier, which was really shocking to me. I didn't think that she was so flexible as yet because she's so young. I think that she would be afraid, but I have to be just very careful and make sure that I bunny proof the entire place. I'm glad that she's nibbling at my slipper. I'm glad that the double playpen that I ordered for her, they're 4 feet tall, so she should not be able to hop out of that. And I'm going to actually probably put the cage inside of the playpen area because if I don't do that, if I just put it next to it, it's a possibility that she can jump up on this cage when she gets a little bigger, and she's going to get bigger. And I don't want her to injure herself. So this is my Flemish giant bunny. Her name is Pebbles. And she's 8 weeks old, and I just got her 2 days ago, and she's doing binkies. You're showing off for everybody now. You're doing binkies. Yes, you are. So happy Memorial Day, and everybody be safe. Thank you. Bye bye.